Mic check, 1, 2, what is this? The JBP then fucked up the business. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Augustine Versace. This is Onell Media, and you are awesome. If I sound crazy right now, sinus infection is really killing me. But I gotta come here and chop it up with my fam. Chop it up with my people, alright? Now, if you are here, you are the squad. Give me dap. Alright, I'm rocking with you. Please like, subscribe, ring that bell notification so you can be back here every time I drop a video. Now, what I tell you guys, man, Joe Budden was in his feelings, and on the latest podcast of the JBP, he admits that he was in his feelings. A lot of the stuff that he said can be taken with a grain of salt, i.e., if they start a podcast, I will sue their ass. No, you're not, Joe. You're really, really not. Now, can he sue them? I don't think so. I think that was one of those things. In the moment you were just mad that your homeboy stood you up again. You were hoping y'all could come to an understanding, and just is what it is. You were in your feelings. You were hurt, so you were trying to hurt someone else. In this latest podcast, he seemed a little bit more level-headed, more appreciative of the guys, but as you could clearly see, it's been jumping back and forth, and I could clearly see where people could say, well, the respect levels just aren't there, because Joe can go from 1 minute being, I love my friends, I owe my friends everything, I look out for my friends, to the next minute, I am the boss, you have to listen to me. Does anybody have a problem with that? With his, his Denzel Washington impersonation on Training Day, but it is what it is. But that's just the light news for today, because actually, I want to get into Olivia Dope. If you don't recognize that name, social media influencer, I'm not too privy to what she actually does. I wasn't a fan beforehand, but she was part of the Joe Budden Network podcast. The thing is, she left about 3 months ago. Now, from that time, there's been speculation that there might have been, how can I say, sexual harassment going on. She really didn't say much. Her co-host really didn't say much other than, hey, I love her to them, I love them. That was not the problem. The show was not the problem. There was just some things going on. So she comes out with like 15, 20-minute video, and she looks bad. Not gonna lie. She looks distraught. She looks destroyed. Like, it is, for a person who is used to speaking in a public forum, it was really hard for her to get things out. It was really hard for her to start, which made me feel like it was really emotional and that she was really battling back and forth whether or not she wanted to say it. It looked bad. It looked real bad, man. She went on to explain that Joe was being really forward with her. He had this notion in his mind that they were just going to be like the power couple of the Joe Budden Network. The Beyonce and Jay of the Rock Nation. You know that thing. And it got to the point where it was just really uncomfortable for her. And I can say, like, oh, this is hard for me, bro. I defend Joe Budden no matter what. But when you see things with your own two eyes like that, no matter what, like, come on, you got to believe half of what you see, right? I remember when Joe came on the podcast, like, there was this little hump grind thing he did when he gave her a hug, and that was nasty. That was real nasty, man. And just to see this woman there, like, it sucks, Joe. And, like, I'm from Chicago, so when I say Joe, it's not always Joe, but it's Joe. Joe could be anybody. Not necessarily, but I won't say Joe in response to everybody when I'm talking about a guy named Joe. All right, where I come from, we say Joe. Everybody call each other Joe, but it's crazy because like there's always women coming out, man, and saying things about Joe, and you try not to believe it. You would think that a person as brilliant as Joe and a person who has vocalized understanding certain things could be taken out of context would be more on his P's and Q's when dealing with women. But I mean, he's starting to cross over into like creepy old man territory. It's confusing, but it's very strange. And with that, I would just like to end it by saying, prayers to Olivia Dope. If you feel you were harassed, which you stated you did, so that's a very hard thing to deal with. And as with anything else on planet Earth, reality is perspective, okay? If what you are doing is not malicious, you're just trying to talk to a lady or whatever it may be, talk to a guy. It may not be malicious on your end. You may feel it's a cat and mouse game, they playing around. On their end, it could be very serious. They could feel very harassed. And, you know, a lot of things are perspective. You can't tell a person how to perceive something. You can't logically know what the other person is feeling when you do something. So it's just my biggest thing, like, don't press anybody that you plan on having a relationship with outside of that. You meet somebody on the street, you think they look good, you approach them, you know, you say what you say, try to get on, right? That's not a person you have any invested time with, or a person that you have to deal with on a day-to-day. If they say no, you could take that no and go about your business and know, hey, they weren't playing games. It was just a no because when am I ever going to see them again, right? But if it comes to the situation where this came to, and Joe, you essentially said, hey, I am the boss here. It's got my name. This is my intellectual property. So if you are the boss, any advancements that you make to any woman who is employed by you, whether they are a contractor or a direct employee, can be looked at like you are pressuring them into a sexual relationship against their will. Which, pressuring, okay, Augie, you're stupid. But it looks bad. And all they have to do is perceive that you are trying to force them into a relationship. And she really felt like, hey, it's either I do this with Joe or I leave, and I refuse to be disrespected. So I am going to leave. That's a bad look, Joe. It's bad. It sucks that it has to be that way, Joe, but hey, it just is what it is. Yeah, man. Y'all comment and tell me what y'all think, man. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring that bell notification. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so, you know, I could start getting paid a little bit of money. I could do this more often, man, because I like talking to y'all. Y'all my peoples, man. If you are still here, bring it in. You my peoples, give me a hug, man. All right? I'm rocking with ya. Yeah, like, subscribe, ring that bell notification. I said it once again. And as usual, my people, peace. I love you guys.